What is going on, people? Francio here, back with another Battle Mage Saga episode. Welcome to the Moonlight Altar, my least favorite place in the whole game. This area simply sucks. This area can only be accessed by the Ainsel River elevator after defeating Astel, and it is a late game area, meaning enemies in here have a ton of health, are of the worst kind, and hit really hard. It is, in my opinion, the most difficult area of the game, and has not just another Red Wolf of Radagon, but two other Royal Revenants, and to top it all, Alecto, the Black Knife. It is very possible to die here multiple times. The two most difficult enemies are the Red Wolf of Radagon and Alecto. We don't need to fight them, as the loot at the guard is not important to the build and we can totally live without it. So I'll be skipping them, as we can always come back later when we are stronger. So starting here from the Moonlight Altar, we will head all the way to the cathedral here. That is another site of grace. And there will be a dragon spawning over here that we are going to ignore and just head straight to the site of grace. And that is the cathedral behind me, so let's hop on Torrent and just follow the road all the way there and collect the skull, of course. Again, the dragon will show up, but you should head straight and ignore the dragon. Ignore the loot for now too. And just hit the side of grace. Once we're here, so let's use our lantern, and also let's take this out and let's put the shackle back, and be careful because there is a big hole in here and it is very possible to die if you jump in this direction. You need to hit a ledge that is under this, so be careful. If you fall total, you will die, so don't go in a single jump, just use the middle ledger. And from here there are no enemies. We will meet Ranni and finish Ranni's quest. And there she is. Then we need to place the ring that we just collected on her finger, and there will be a short cinematics that I'll be skipping. It is cool, feel free to watch it, but I will be skipping for sake of time. Then Ranni will show up and we get to talk to her.
So it was thee who would become. Perhaps I needn't have warned thee. I am pleased. I go now to the night sky. It is I bid thee travel, and once all is done, we shall see each other once.
So then she is going to leave us a nice sword. The Dark Moon Greatsword. This sword is really good. However, I just fancy the katana. I think this Moon Veil is simply my weapon of choice. It's just a matter of preference, but I love Moon Veil. So from here we are done. We can go back to the cathedral and start collecting all these shards fragments. There are 10 of them. So 1, 2, be careful with the hole. 3, 4, 7, 8. There is one outside that we're going to pick it up later, and this is the last of the ones that are inside. And from here we get to fight GlinstoneDragonAdula. And don't go outside right away. Here is where we will stop. And the strategy here, folks, is hit the dragon hard with rock slings. He is pretty much very resistant to magic, and rock sling just do physical damage. And there is a good chance that we're going to get at least one critical. And we'll leave the mimic to deal with the dragon. We'll just go and hit him and try to stay away from him as much as possible. So let's bring in the mimic. Then we can top up, drink our pot. And now we kind of ready for the dragon. He will spawn over here, and we'll let the mimic deal with it. Always try to target the head of the dragon. It is where the most damage is going to be done. Be careful with this. Our rocks are not even hitting the dragon yet. Yeah, we're not doing any damage to this thing yet. And he is just breathing. Finally, he was able to hit. Wow. We got a critical. Come on. Jeez. That frostbite. But the mimic is holding. And we're going to hit Adula with more rock sling. And the mimic is done. Ah, we got another critical. Thank you. Oh. And he got another critical and he is so dead. And we are done. And with that, folks, we got the Adula's Moonblade. And this is one of the best sorceries in the game. It's totally worth it. Come over here just to get this sorcery if you are a mage, because that thing is just incredible. First, let's go cash in. our runes. Then we will memorize the spell. And now, folks, let's go take a look at Adula's Moonblade. It is just like incredible. Yeah, big and frost damage on top of that. That thing has a really good range. It is just awesome. Okay, so from here, the next area that we'll go is this area over here. That is nothing in here of really value, but I am here, so why not? That is a Somber 8 that is located more or less like over here in a cellar. And then there is some magic grease that is kind of over here-ish. And in here, right on the front, kind of in the middle of this, there will be a rune arc, and there will be a golden rune knight. Wow, from this area here, the only thing that is going to attack us is disappearing mages, and they going to start shooting glintstone pebbles, but those guys suck, really. You know, it is just a pain to deal with them. But before I go out there, let's go and check on that shard that is over here and collect it now that the dragon is done. This is the last of them. And then we can hop on Torrent and head on that direction. You can bring in the Mimic, because after this we will go directly back to the side of grace, because we're going to head into this direction here. But I don't think the Mimic is going to help at all. But it is another target, so those mages are really a pain. And on top of that, there are a lot of traps, and that's why we needed the shackle. So let's put the shackle and let all of these traps explode, so they cannot do damage to us. Yeah, so this is how bad this thing is. They will be appearing and disappearing, and I hate those guys, really. Yeah, so ignore them for now. Just go down, pick up the loot. So this is the Somber, and we can get out of here. See, look at the life. I just brought the Mimic and I got hit, so I need to recover. Keep your life up. Yeah, one is down. The other one just hit me. Hate those guys. So that is the magic grease. So we just need to hit that other area here. When you hear the prompt, you can roll and escape all of this BS that the game throw, and collect just the golden rune, collect the rune arc, and now we are out of here. We can go back to the site of grace as soon as we are able to bring in the map. Alright, so now let's go back to the Moonlight Altar. And now we get to go into another painful area. Now, again, we don't need to fight those guys, okay? The loot that they are guarding are not important to the build, actually not important to anything. As a matter of fact, that is just the Cerulean Amber Medallion plus 2, the big version of this guy here. Better to do this by going into the talismans, medallions. So this is the big brother of this guy. It will help a little bit if we need FP, but we do have the Wondrous Flask, which gives unlimited FP. So not really something that I'm terribly worried about, but we are in this area and we'll do it. So there are 2 Royal Revenants, one in here and one in here. Okay, and the second area just guards like 3 smithing stones, and we really don't need any of that, but the road goes straight through where they are. So really a pain, but and they will respawn. So if we die by any chance, these guys will respawn. Very tough enemies, but let's go collect this loot. First thing I'm going to do is go to this park here because it has a stake of Marika, and if I die, I don't have to come all the way to the side of grace. I can just go and respawn at the state of Marika over here. So next, the cellar should be kind of over here in this area. We can pretty much see that there is kind of a entrance here, and this thing is also one of those disappearings, and I am definitely going to bring the mimic here. Hopefully the mimic will take all of our damage, and we're going to use Comet on this Revenant, trying to get him down as fast as we can, because it really sucks. Alright, so we succeed in bring one of the Revenants down, and now we can pillage this thing without too much worry. That was the worst enemy that we have in this area. Oh, that is... See, those guys, they are not really difficult, but they are very annoying. So let's see, where is the cellar? There is another piece of loot here. That is the golden rune. That is the cellar. Oh, Adula's Moonblade in action. Alright, so I will use the stone sword key and pick it up. That's Cerulean plus 2. And this is it for this side of the ruins. So now we need to go to the other side, and there will be also a Another seller in here, illusionary, and there is another revenant. So let's go. Since we are already with our hands very dirty, gotta be careful with that revenant. That revenant is the enemy to beat here. And hopefully we can get him in this area. I am going to top off. And again, let the mimic deal with this guy. Boy, the mimic took a beating. But at least we got rid of the revenant, and now we can just go take a look. Where is that illusionary and try to locate that seller. Where is the seller? So it gotta be here, right? Someplace. Where is that? There it is. Okay, let's collect our nice loot. We got 3 smithing stones, 8, and we are done in these ruins. So next we will have to go all the way from here, all the way to this rise here. And to do that, we will go from here to here to here and to here. So let's go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we'll follow the road, folks. Following the road is always good. We will have to come back here, but for now, just let's follow the road. And I think from here we should go, keep on following the road. Yeah, don't hop off torrent. Okay, so in here we just go straight for 3 and 4. Yep, and I can see Shelona's Rise all the way at the end. And we're going to stop at the site of grace. And I'm going to check on my runes. But before I do that, I'm going to read so we have a sealed door, and we'll have to find 3 beasts again. And every time we go to the site of grace, the beast will respawn. So there are 3 beasts. One is right here on the side. The other one is kind of over here. And the last one is in a kind of a Super Mario style that we need to jump on the Spirit Spring and on top of it. So the first thing I'm going to do is stop here at the site of grace. All right, so let's hit that again. And we're going to seek 3 wise great beasts, and we should be able to see those. And let's check on the other side of this. We can see a bunch of turtles here, right? There it is. Big turtle number 1. Just hit it with a great Glinstone shard. So number 1 is done. Now let's hop on torrent and let's go to mark number 2 all the way down there. Don't mind the wolves. Long ride, but worth it. So let's look for the... Okay, I can see the big turtle. And folks, don't go down there, because if you go down there, you won't be able to climb. And you have to go back to the site of grace, invalidating all of this. So make sure you tag the big turtle and hit it with a shard. And if the shard is short, then we hit it with a comment. Alright, so now number 2 is done. Then we gotta play Super Mario on number 3. And let's mark this path. We will have to go all the way back here, or we can come this way, all the way here. I like this way because it's better, just like a straight through the path, and I like the path, so I'm just going to follow the road here. Don't go inside the ruins, because you already know there is a revenant out there. It doesn't like us, and we'll go this way on the road. And here is the revenant, and we'll leave this beast behind. Really, I really don't want anything with that revenant. So that is our site of grace, and from here we'll go here and here. So 2 and 3. Let's putting too much pressure on my L3 button. So we're hitting 2. Now we'll hit 3. And then we can go check on the Super Mario. So we are on the edge of the cliff. So we need to go down, and that is my marker number 2. Alright, so I can see the big beam, and that's where we need to hit. So let's look up. We should see Super Mario. We are all the way over to Alecto. So the turtle is up there. We just need to go up and hit it. So let me see if I can spot the turtle first. Yeah, we are on the right place. We just need to be able to, because we can see the turtles also here. Oh, there he is. So we need to hit it, and this is not as easy as you may think. So we'll go way up in the sky, and we need to land on top of that turtle or hit it from the bottom. And I just missed it. And we gotta do this until we hit the turtle. And it's probably better if we just do it. This is my least favorite part of the game. Hitting that turtle. Because we only have one jump to do, and if we miss the jump, then we miss the jump, and once we out in the sky, we really don't know. I think I hit it. Alright, so once you hit it, the seal on the rise open, and we are good to just go back and teleport out there. And we don't need this anymore. And from here we're going to just go into the altar. And hop all the way to the top. You guys know how this thing works. And we're going to get another awesome sorcery. And we got Ranni's Dark Moon. So from here we can go back. And we can equip it. And of course we will need like 68 intelligence before we can use it. But that is okay. We're going to get that very soon. Raising intelligence all the way to 70 anyway. That will give me a little bit more options in terms of stuff. So right now, in terms of equipment, we have the Academy Glinstone stuff, but we also have Lusats, which is just very incredible. But it will increase all of the cost, all FP, by 50%. But it also makes our sorceries very powerful. So we don't have yet another stuff that I will be getting, and let's do this right now. So let's go to the table of Lost Grace and let's redeem one of our remembrances and get a nice stuff. So let's go talk to the fingers.
Well, you know, the fingers shaken when they are finished, but no matter for me.
And let's receive power from remembrance. What we want is this. We want both of those. So we'll have to go into a mausoleum and duplicate this remembrance, but I want Renala's full moon, and I also want the Carrion Regal scepter. And the Carrion Regal scepter is going to be my scepter after I reach intelligence 70. Until I reach intelligence 70, uh, the academy stuff is probably a little better, and nothing really beats Lusat's. Lusat's is really the top, but he increases everything 50% more FP. So folks, I'm going to wrap up over here. And if you were enjoying these videos, please go ahead, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next episode.